Alright, so I'm making this video as a kind of follow-up to my video earlier. I recorded that video yesterday, but I made an update this morning as we got this moved to the downside. And since then, we have had some developments that I want to go over. Hopefully my neighbors aren't being too loud right now. But yeah, if you didn't watch my video from earlier, pretty much I'm in a short trade from up here. I was looking at a lower high to be put in this area potentially because we did continue the downtrend on the 1 hour, even though we did technically SFP the low on the 6 hour and kind of on the 4 hour as well with this wick. I was looking at this as a potential lower high to be put in, and that is what ended up happening. And I entered this on a low time frame market structure break. That's how I got into that trade. And since the update I recorded this morning, we have gotten another move to the downside to wick the low of the range. We took out, the low of this range that we've been trading in since June 22nd, so almost a month now. And we did so with some bullish divergences on the 1 hour and down. Some time frames had some money flow divergences as well. I think the 24 minute. Nah, not really. Let's check the 12 though. 12 minute had money flow divs. Clear divergences as we took out that low. It's a pretty bullish looking wick of the low of the range. So this could be an early sign that price may want to rotate back to the high of the range. We could just be deviating the low before getting a rotation back to the highs. And right now, following the primary structure I've been watching, lower low and a lower high here, and then another lower low, followed by this lower high now and another lower low. So if we break this high with a close, then we will be reversing market structure back to bullish, and that is also lining up with the point of control of the range. Like I said, that is pretty much where that wick rejected from. So claiming this would also be claiming the point of control of the larger range. And so, first idea, the most basic one I would say, is if we're able to switch market structure back here and reclaim the point of control, then there's a good chance that we rotate to the value area high, just going off of, range rotation rules and, also the market structure as confluence. So that is one potential idea. Now, this doesn't necessarily get you into a great long, because if you were to enter here, you could put invalidation down below the value area low, I guess, and, maybe hope that we don't lose the value area low after reclaiming the point of control and getting a market structure break. But following market structure, we could technically retrace all the way back down to here, still put in a higher low, still continue structure. So, that's not exactly what I would call a super high probability idea. And the risk reward for that, I mean, if you're targeting the value area high, not super great, even putting your invalidation below the value area low. So that being said, I will be looking for ways to refine this entry, and whether that means looking for a long setup sooner, maybe looking for an internal market structure break followed by a retest of an order block to, maybe get into a scalp long that could potentially turn into a swing trade. Pretty much trade how I typically do, which is take profits early, lock in the trade, and then, let the rest ride if I think there's reason to let it ride, which, if we eventually come up to break structure, then I'd say that's a pretty good reason. So that right now is pretty much my plan, at least in the short term, is to try and look for some sort of a scalp entry that I could potentially hold for longer. And this is just one idea. There is a 10-minute order block. It's the only order block that I was seeing at the moment, and it is still valid. If we come back to tag it before breaking structure, that wouldn't really work for me anymore, but right now it could potentially still work. So pretty much in the short term, I'm going to be looking for some sort of idea like this. This idea, by the time I upload this video, could not be valid. Maybe we do something like that and then come up to break structure. In that case, maybe I'd look for an order block in this area. But in the short term, looking for some sort of a scalp long plan, because I do think this is a bullish wick, and we saw lots of divergences here. Now, if I'm not able to get into a trade like that, then I would probably look to refine this idea, like I said, whether that is just us reclaiming the point of control and then finding some support on it with some bullish looking signs, something that would give me confidence enough to, let's say, take a scalp entry here in validation below the point of control and then look to lock this one in quickly before putting my stop loss entry and, maybe letting the rest ride. I could do something like that, or I could hope that we get a, significant retracement after breaking structure, coming back down below the point of control, maybe hitting some order block in this area, maybe finding support on the larger value area low. But, you don't always get that significant retracement, and especially when you reclaim the point of control of the range and you're breaking structure at the same time, I'd say there's a decent chance that we, don't really get a significant retracement after that. Maybe we just hold support there. Maybe we just blast through to the value area high. It's hard to say. So, there's no guarantee that we get that larger retracement. So those are pretty much my plans at the moment. I don't have any specific plans right now because I really just have to see what happens as these developments happen. As we break this internal market structure, I'll have to see if there's an order block to retest, what's the environment looking like, and same thing goes for this primary market structure. If I'm going to look for an entry after this, I'll have to see, what's going on in real time. So I'd say the key levels that I'm watching right now are the market structure points, and I just got to see what happens in real time. All right, well, that's about it for this one. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one.